Hello and good morning. Fifi here. These are beetroot we've got growing and some carrots. Just thought I'd give you a little peek at the gardening. Hello from Mila as well. We've got herbs getting ready to sprout as well, and potatoes in here. There's a little pop-up greenhouse here. Hello, morning, how are you doing? It's a lovely day here, very bright, hot and sunny. I have noticed that there's been a bit of spraying going on, unfortunately. Let's just show you if you can see that. It's so bright I can't really see, but there's some streaks, so not really sure how long the lovely sunshine's going to last, unfortunately, but yeah, I just wanted to check in and say hello. Lots of love to everyone who is making it down to the march and the Freedom Fair in London today. Unfortunately, I'm unable to make it myself, to get down from the Midlands, because unfortunately the little man here, Milu, has hurt his leg and he's still limping around, and yeah, so going away and leaving him with someone else isn't really ideal. So I hope it's a really good day. I'm glad the weather's good for it, and yeah, I hope a lot of connections are made through the Freedom Fair. I've said about this before that this is kind of like the phase that we're entering now, where it really is about getting those alternative systems in place and getting prepared for what's to come, and yeah, just keeping in that place of optimism, positivity, love, joy, all of the things that they absolutely want to destroy in us. I've just seen this morning, I've not read this article, I'll share a link to it actually when I post this, but the World Economic Forum shares an article. I'm not sure who the article's by, but it's basically saying that we all need to be as pessimistic as possible. That crude optimism, something along those lines, is yeah, it's no time for it, and we should all be as pessimistic about things in the future as possible. And so there you have it. It's from the horse's mouth. Once again, that's what they're advocating. So clearly we need to be doing exactly the opposite. This is what I'm always talking about, is, you know, where your energy goes, where your energy goes, where your attention flows, or vice versa. I'm always getting that muddled up, but you know what I'm saying. What you focus on, that's what grows. And you know, there's no objective reality in this through the five sense world. You know, it's how we're interpreting it, it's what we make of it, and we see the energy that people bring to things. That's where that's what enables something to flourish or not. You know, whether you're coming from a really good place. So I'm a little bit distracted because there's a lot going on today. There's a lovely little museum that's just over behind the garden here, and there's quite a lot of activity. So if I keep losing the thread and looking away, that's why I'm a bit distracted. But yeah, you know, this is the time when we really need to be doing the polar opposite of what we've been programmed and conditioned into responding. So obviously fear is being peddled 24/7, all the reasons to fear and be pessimistic and feel doom laden and hopeless and powerless. That's when we have to make that effort to overcome that and to really step into our power, because it is our power. It's like a superpower. We have the control at all times over how we respond, how we feel. And I'm not saying it's easy, it certainly isn't, when there's so much to feel anxiety over, worry, fear, but that's what they count on, because it's the energy that we put out, it's our perspective on the world, it's how we interpret things, it's how we then interact in the world that governs what happens in the world, because it's all frequency, it's all energy. And this isn't crazy woo-woo stuff. This is all very well established in quantum physics, has been for decades and decades. It's a very real thing. We literally manifest what we expect to see in the world. And most of the time, for the vast majority of us, this is a default setting that we have that we're not even aware of. It's unconscious. But when we do actually get conscious about it and realise that we've got complete control and power over our own emotions, our own thought process, how we view things, that we can change it at any time. So it's not to say that negative feelings and thoughts won't arise, but we can stop, recognise them and not keep going down that road. Do we feed them? You know, looking at my little seedlings here, it just makes me think of, you know, what am I growing in my own garden, in my inner garden, my mind garden? What are the seeds that I've planted? Am I weeding out those negative seeds that they just seem to grow so much quicker, don't they? Because we've got this kind of negativity bias hardwired through conditioning. It's so much easier for the weeds to flourish, actually, and to choke out all the positive ones, because it's just how we've been conditioned to always be fearful, to look on the dark side, which is what this article was saying, encouraging people to keep the flames of pessimism alive and to view things in that way. But you know, when we make the effort to pluck out those weeds and to really tend to be very gentle and nurturing towards those little seeds of optimism and hope and love and joy and all those things that it's so much harder to naturally tap into when we're being bombarded 24/7, all it takes is just that bit of effort. And it is work, you know, it's a lifetime's work, but you will see the fruits of your labour will become apparent, you know, and you will see in the world what you expect to see. And so if you're looking out and you're seeing really, you know, just a bleak future ahead, and you're feeling really worried and negative, then that's what your default setting is. Oh, there goes Mealy. Daddy's home. Yeah, I'm doing a live. And he's just been helping over at the there's a lovely little tea room, cafe just opposite, near the museum I told you about, and it was broken into last night, and so he's been helping cover up the window that was smashed. So he's just come back, but yeah, it's what's our focus on, and it's not some kind of Pollyanna, oh, I'm putting my fingers in my ears and la la la, pretending that everything's great. It's not that at all. It's actually a very it's a radical stance to actually say, no, I'm not, that's not my reality. That is not my reality, and I'm not going to feed it. I'm not going to water those seeds. I'm just seeing some comments coming up. It's very bright and usually I can't see them, but Lachlan Smith, I'm deeply troubled that the world is failing miserably, to reach its potential, so our future is actually stolen from us. I can understand what you're saying, but no, the future's in our own hands. Nobody can steal it from us. We can allow it to be stolen, but it can't be stolen. Nothing can actually be taken from us. And that's what they've done to us, is they've made us believe that that's how things are, that we're essentially at the mercy of all of these things external to us, but actually we're not. And the thing is, when you take control of that and you change your frequency, you know, however it is you want to put it, your reality actually changes. You don't experience all of those things that you're fearing, because they're just not within your vibration. It's just not how you see things. Like I say, we receive what we expect from the world, and you know, it sounds very simplistic, and things are never that simple. There are certainly things that happen to us that it's you know, you would never ever think that you've been asking for it in any way. This is a totally unconscious thing. It's totally unconscious, but we can become conscious and turn things around. So yeah, I just felt like saying that, really. A bit rambly. Yeah, a bit distracted today. I've got a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, that just really struck me, that the World Economic Forum is, I just think, you know, they're on the hop. If they're actually putting that out there, that we need to be pessimistic, you know, the absolute opposite is true, and you know that it's worrying them, that people are beginning to see that actually, you know, with so much stuff going on out there, really all we can do is maintain what's going on in here. That's what I've been saying for quite a long time. And when you do go within, and you do get that quietness, you get that feeling of imperturbability, where nothing can actually really touch you, because it's you're in control of how you feel, and you're not in fear. You know, that's it. That's when everything changes, and they know that. So of course they're encouraging us to be in fear, to obey. Lachlan again, hi. Maybe it would be best to ignore the World Economic Forum. I think that's exactly right. Yeah, no one will comply with total enslavement. You're right. You know, maybe the odd few will, but that's their path. That's, you know, there are certain people, it's become very clear that certain people are just too invested in this whole narrative now, and they're so Stockholm syndromed that there's not really any getting through to them. I do think they're in the minority, but I have noticed that they've become certain people of a certain personality type, who are absolutely defending, you know, that Orwellian loving your enslavement and actually actively defending it. I have noticed that going on, so there is that kind of polarization, but again, we don't need to focus on that. If we just keep our mind's eye on the future that we want to create, the power is completely within us to bring it about. It's just where our energy needs to go. And yeah, that's what I've got to say about that for now. But have a wonderful day or evening, depending where you are. Have a great stand tomorrow, and I will catch you soon. Lots of love. Peace.